getting an early start today. I didn't get a hotel down here last night, so I drove up to Manchester and I left at like 5 o'clock this morning to be down here for the Asbestos guys. And they're here now. They were actually here right on time, so that was a huge plus. And they're over there working. And that's the white van over there. I'm in the far driveway on the other side of the property right now. I figure I'd do my video from inside the truck where I can talk freely without wondering if they're thinking I'm a goofball. So they're going over there, and I'm gonna get swapped into my dirty sweatshirts and gear up a little more. Probably dig out the tractor and start doing some work in the yard while they're in the house, and we'll just see where we land today. And yeah, I think I'm gonna aim to get the back side of the house cleared out of the trash and stuff like that. Get that over in the dumpster today, and hopefully that all goes as planned. And that'll be a big victory today if I can clear the whole back area of the house, because that's been something that's been bugging me a while. And then over the weekend I'll start demo and see where we get. I'll check in throughout the day as I find cool stuff, and if I find cool stuff. But hope you guys have a good day. Yep, something's being done. I guess this is where I'm going to be working today. They got the door blocked for the tractor, so I'm probably going to do vine removal and stuff like that at first, and then if I have to, I'll move this stuff so I can get the tractor out. But this is where we'll start. I'm actually going to stop from the other side, but all the cinder blocks resting in here, and just trash everywhere. Yep. Little air compressor there, bike, just stuff everywhere. Stuff. So I'm going to work on clearing this. Once I get the tractor over, I'll get these guys moved here and whatnot. And all this trash. Work on getting some of those vines down. That TV antenna will probably come ripping down also. And just kind of start getting things dug out. And we got that octagonal shaped hexagon, octagon, whatever it is, picnic table in there that's going to crumble when I try and pull it out. And swing set, and I'm sure plenty of random trash. Wish me luck. very ideal. It's hanging by a little tether cable up to the peak of the roof. Now it's very precariously perched up there. I'll have to see if I can throw some sort of strap around it and just yank that mount right out of the roof. Looks bad anyway. I'll put it back on the time lapse. It's taking too long. Well, the antenna is down. Had a bunch of cabling tied everywhere, so I got up there and cut it off. But now it's all wrapped up in vines, so I got to try and fish all that aluminum out of the vines. So fun stuff. This is the stuff where I can't stand the vines. Well, I'll get back to it. And that's the mess that the vines were all wrapped around strangling over there. So I'll get these dragged out to the scrap pile and continue on. Making some headway. Got maybe a little more than a third of it done, and got to the washing machine that we pulled out of the basement the other day, and the chaos. Didn't even notice anything, but the washing machine like fell apart when we were pulling it out of the basement, and like the motor and the drum, that all separated and stuff. And now it came out of the basement, just kind of got thrown to the side. Now I cleared up to it, and you can see the drum of it, you know, right there. Yep, it's got a full load of laundry in it. You want to see what's in there? I'm not going to pull it all out, and I'll just show you what I saw just walking up to it. So we got some leopard print in there, some heart prints, some unmentionables and whatnot, but that was a full load of laundry they walked away from. Like I mentioned before, it's like they just walked away, and it's not that somebody died; they're both still alive, but it's wild. Just walked away and started over somewhere else. But as I pan around, that's the corner where we couldn't get in. There was the swing set there. There was the upside down octagon picnic table there. Some of those cheap plastic chairs that just seem to be everywhere, and whatnot. A bunch of other trash that came out, and I got all the vines off the side here that were going up to the TV antenna that was up there. So that TV antenna is gone, and actually found the back steps to the back door. Weren't even able to get to the back door. So we're getting there. So I'm gonna grab up these metal guys, get those out front, and all the other trash that's in the vines. Just everywhere you go, there's just trash inside the vines and whatnot. And it's just trash everywhere. And it's gonna be fun when this all thaws. There's just stuff everywhere. A bit of a progress update. Got a good amount cleared over here. Can actually get to the whole back of the house. House ends here, and then this is the breezeway, and that's the garage. So now we're working behind the breezeway and getting some stuff here, and more scrap metal being pulled out. Just tons of stuff, and I got some piles out front. But yeah, just everywhere you go, there's just stacks of trash, and it's like rolled up carpets and stuff like that. And a bit of a sinkhole out here. That's not a white piece of pipe. That's a little, like, 2.5 gallon bucket broken up down there. But I bet you that's where the washing machine drain went. But we're making progress here, and the big progress around the other side is the asbestos guys are all done. They wrapped up real quick. I think they were done in like under an hour, and they were off the site with just their equipment here running, venting the place out. And then the testing guy was here. Then they got a call from the office. Apparently, one of the other samples came back as having asbestos in it for the kitchen tiles. Now, all I was told was the breezeway 9x9 tiles, and that's all the removal company was told. That was hired by them, and they wrapped up what they were supposed to do this morning, like super fast. And then after that, they got a call from the office saying that they got to remove the kitchen tiles also. He came out and told me that, and I kind of got a little bit concerned, and I was like, listen, they told me it was just the 9x9s, and they already quoted it and all that stuff. So they said it was their mix-up, so supposedly they're keeping the price at the same price. Hopefully that's the case. And here we are. So breezeway tiles are all out, and looks like they found the bigger holes and more holes. Told them to be super careful. And then they ripped up the kitchen tiles in here, and those are all gone now, so that's good. But yeah, that's something. That's progress. So now I got a clean bill of health for the asbestos. So now I can continue moving forward with the demo work I need to do and stuff like that. So that's awesome. And I've been cleaning out the backyard, as you know, and here's just some of the stuff that I dug out from the back. So we got that big picnic table. Once I got that broken free, it actually came up in one piece, so I filled it with trash, dragged it out here. It's one of the washing machines, stove, the antenna, gutter, some other trash from there. Then we got 2 matching dryers, the guts of the washing machine, and I dumped a few loads in here of stuff from the backyard. So most of that is from the backyard also. And that's just in like the 20 feet off the back of the house. There's still more further out. It's never ending. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Giving more trash. So I'm going to claim this as a victory. That's done. And rather than making myself a sandwich in the truck, I'm going to go get myself a Wendy's burger. And well, I'm out. I got to get gas, the diesel for the tractor also. So I got to go for the diesel anyway. That's why I'm going to get a burger. But anyway, I'll check back in a little while. wrapping up the day. Gonna see if I can get those crushed down, make them smaller, out of the way, cleaned up, in the dumpster, metal pile, and then see if I can crush up those 2 dryers and maybe snap the drum. Yeah, maybe snap the drum off of this thing, get the motor separated, get that into the trash. But crush these 2 down. Junk pile is getting bigger and bigger. Got an old Dodge Ram tailgate. This thing was so buried in the ground, I had to mangle it to get it out of the ground with the backhoe. That guy's already pretty crushed up. I'll crush him more, and try and make all this stuff smaller, and then get it back in. Let's see. Smaller means more can go in one load. We like smaller. So ends another fun-filled and exciting day at the house. So as you can see, we can get to the back of the house now. Give you a walk around, show you how different it looks and how much more you can see of the badness. So it had the swing here, all the trash, vines, all that stuff. So now you can actually get through all of this and get to the back door. You can get to the back of the breezeway, whatnot. Still got to do a little more clean up over here. Those wrought iron ones are frozen into the ground, and I think the chairs are kind of cool, so I'm not going to rip them apart to get them out. I'll wait for a couple warm days and see if I can get them up out of there. And some sort of steel door in here, I just realized. Yeah, there's the trim piece for it. Oh boy, rotting into the ground. Like I said, everywhere you go, there's something new. But yeah, got the TV antenna down, all the vines down off of this whole back corner of the garage. Actually, the whole back side of the garage. And this is a pretty cool old lawn roller. If that thing frees up, if it frees up and holds water, I'll probably keep it. But yeah, got all that stuff, the compressor, all just piles of trash. And I didn't move the cinder blocks today, or these couple of timbers and stuff here, but we'll get to that. But that's all the vines and stuff that we pulled out that wasn't trash. But yeah, pretty big difference overall, being able to finally see the whole back of the house. I'll take that as a win for today. And then out front, ooh, that's ugly. And I crushed up all the stuff I had here, got it into the dumpster, got it over here making more of a scrap pile. Wash machines, dryers, stoves, and bicycles and all that jazz. And yeah, this is the stove. But yeah, so the scrap metal pile is forever growing here. But that's it. That's progress. And we'll be back at it tomorrow. Tomorrow will probably be probably stuck out on the inside of the house, so I can see what the framing looks like. Definitely nervous. He hasn't thrown me a bone yet, but I don't know until we do it. So we got to get the thing gutted, and time will tell. Can I fix it, or is it going to be a teardown? Tomorrow might be the deciding day, but we'll at least get some of it gutted tomorrow. So anyway, hope you guys had a great Friday, and hope you have some good plans this weekend. I'm just going to be working. So do something fun for me. Go have a beer or something. Thank you.